Do you know what happened 17 years ago today?
17 years ago today.
Let's see if she can figure it out.
You opened your shop for the first day.
Well, you're close.
17.
I actually opened it on July 27. I got my first customer.
Oh!
It took 4 days to get one customer.
You know, that's probably not all that bad considering you didn't do any advertising.
Yep.
Or anything. All right, well, I was close.
Anyway, to celebrate my 17th anniversary of my first customer, I am going to take you to the shop with me today.
I hope it's clean. I haven't been there in a couple
It's
weeks.
terrible. It was pretty good, but then it got so very busy with people bringing their stuff in for the summer repairs that it was pretty bad again.
And I've been packing for camping and unpacking, so...
So anyway, it's pretty disastrous, but anyway, I'm going to take you to work with me anyways.
Wee.
I'm coming back from lunch, and yes, I know I need to fix a couple letters on my sign. And I am a member of the National Association of Professional Band Instrument Repair Technicians, or NATBERT for short. And yes, I do need a new sticker. It is a year old. I bet most of you did not even know there was such thing as the National Association of Professional Band Instrument Repair Technicians. It's hard to say. And since it is the end of July, every space in the shop is filled with instruments that need to be repaired. The reason it's so busy this time of the year is everybody brings their instruments in for repair during the summer when they don't need them. And I do work for probably about 5 or 6 schools, and they all bring in their big piles of repairs this time of the year. And they all have to be done by the time school starts in about the beginning of September. So I have another month to do them, but the problem is all of them need to be done by the end of the month. Here's one of my big piles of instruments. And there's another pile, and then my cute little mascot. And then the other room is filled with instruments that are all waiting to get done. Then on my bench, I'm working on a flute right now. I have it most of the way back together. It was all apart. I still have a few of the keys off. And also back here, I have a couple other saxophones. I was working on this one here, but then they changed their mind and decided they want different kind of pads, so I have to order pads, so that I couldn't finish that one. And this one here, I started working on that, but then I need to finish this flute for someone who is leaving for out of the country in a few days. That's the way this job works. There are always emergencies all over the place that you need to deal with. And also, I will admit that I'm not the most organized person in the world. And that's why I have Janelle to help me. She really helps try to keep the shop in order. And it's hard for her to do because I am so disorganized. But she does as good as she can, and I try really hard. So between the two of us, we usually can get it at least functional, if not perfect. So I'm going to put the camera down for a few minutes and finish up this flute. The flute's all back together and I'm done with it. Now I'm going to play test it and see how it works. I'm not a flute player. I'm actually a trumpet player. People always ask me what instrument I play, and I say I play trumpet, but I can make noise on anything. So I'm going to play this, see how it works. If it works well, then I guess I'm good to go. It works. If it can play that low note, it can play just about any note, so we're good to go. I can start on my next instrument. So far today I finished 3 flutes, and I'm working on my 4th one that needs to be done today. A lot of people ask me how I got into band instrument repair because it's kind of an unusual business. So while I take this flute apart, I'll tell you how I got into it. When I was in high school, I played trumpet, and I enjoyed it, and I bought a whole bunch of trumpets. And then I finally said, this is ridiculous, I need to start selling some trumpets, I have too many. I think I had around 12 or so at the time. So I started selling them, I made money at it, and I had fun doing it. So I said, why don't I just keep doing that, buying instruments and selling them. So my sister and I looked in the newspaper every day, we found instruments to buy, and whenever there was a good deal, we bought them. And so it just kind of gradually increased, and we bought and sold more. And then I thought, you know, if I could learn how to fix these things, I could make more money at it. So I checked into colleges for band instrument repair, and there, of course, aren't a lot of choices. There are 3 in the United States, and then there's 1 in Canada and 1 in England that those are the ones that I know of. There may be more, but I'm not sure. I went to the one in Red Wing, Minnesota. And there's also one in Sioux City, Iowa, and Renton, Washington. So I learned how to fix instruments there, and then I got a job repairing instruments for 6 years. And then after that I decided to start my own business, so I moved to New York and got married and started my own shop 17 years ago. And I've been working here ever since. There, no. I got all the flute taken apart while I was telling you about that. It doesn't take that long to take apart a flute. Now that I've taken it apart, I'm just going to polish up the keys to make it look shinier, because this one is starting to look pretty dull. 17 years ago when I started this shop, people would walk into the door and they'd say, "Where's the owner?" And I'd say, "I'm the owner." And they'd look at me kind of startled and say, "I was expecting an old person." And at that time, I looked like I was about 18. I looked really young at the time. So that was before I was married and before I had any kids. And the kids kind of have put a lot of years on me. And I kind of look my age now. But back then, I looked really young, and everyone was shocked to see a young band instrument repairman. Nobody tells me I look too young to own a music store anymore, though. I guess I look my age now. A lot of people ask me if this is a good job to have, and my answer to that is if you can live on very little money, it's a good job. If you want to make a lot of money, you should probably find something else to do. It's also a good job because you can go home at the end of a day, and this is not an exhausting job, and it's not a stressful job either usually. So I can go home, forget my work, and just be a dad. It's not one of those jobs you need to go home and sit in front of the TV and drink a few beers. You don't need to do that at this job. When I was telling you that, I just remembered something. One of my classmates in college said, this is a very good job to have, but it doesn't impress women though. A while back, USA Today did a survey on how stressful jobs were, and they listed 250 jobs in the United States, and they found that the most stressful job was President of the United States. The least stressful job was musical instrument repair. So I guess, at least according to USA Today, I have the least stressful job in the country. It is time for me to go, so I'm going to head home, and I'm going to leave my nice, quiet, peaceful shop and enter a more active and lively home. Now I'm home, and I'll see if they're happy to see me. Sometimes they are, and sometimes they're not quite so happy, so we'll see.
Are they good?
Hello. Hi, Grace. How are you?
Cookies.
Oh, Play-Doh cookies. Those look yummy.
It's a cookie.
Hi, Mary.
Cookies. You got one today.
Oh, that's fun. Hi, Lydia.
Hi. I want to put a little bit of Cinderella.
We're at the library. Charity and Janelle are returning some books. And they're back. And what books did you get?
Maybe I shouldn't show them this one. The Calm Happy Toddler.
Okay.
I don't love that one.
What's so funny?
This is for the child. You know, sometimes you can glean some small smidget of
Hey, Grace wants to
good
read
stuff.
the Calm Happy Toddler.
Well,
Would
we'll
you
see
like
what
to read
happens.
the Calm Happy Toddler? All right, start gleaning, Grace.
Also, I just returned this book, and then Janelle just checked it out. So one of you guys suggested
Did you
it
read
to
it, Mark?
us. Yes, I did. Well, I read most of it.
Oh, really?
I didn't get to finish it before it became due. They wouldn't let me renew it because it was on hold because Janelle reordered it. So, anyway, it all worked out. Now we're at the post office. We have a few things to send out, and oh, look at that.
Toronto.
Postcard.
Go read it to the kids.
Okay.
Oh, it's to John and Charity. Dinner tonight consists of a, well, kind of a flag-style taco salad, and then a whole bunch of leftovers. Lillian is also joining us for dinner, and she is having a little bit of an apple cider donut, which she thinks is pretty yummy.
Eat them.
I know she loves them. Look at, she's like, oh, so good. So good. And she's wearing a piggy bib that one of you guys sent to us. You like your piggies? Grace? Grace likes the piggy bib.
Accept them.
Oh, she dropped them. Well, she's a little baby. She probably won't keep them on the plate. How's that look, Art?
It looks good.
Cut this.
Give you all your yummy chips.
Cut this.
Okay, Daddy.
Thank you. It's about 9:30 and the girls are sleeping, at least I think they are. And I have some more work to do at the shop. This is a busy time of the year, so I do a lot of overtime at night. So I'm headed to work right now, and I'm going to see if I can finish the 4th flute for the day. You may wonder if I do only flutes, and the answer is no. I do a lot of other instruments. It just happens to be that that's what I have to do for today. I work on brass and woodwind instruments, so that's like flutes, bassoons, oboes, clarinets, saxophones, trumpet, trombone, French horn. I'm going to finish putting this flute together, then head home and go to bed. If you have any other questions about what I do, my job, band instrument repair, or anything like that, feel free to ask them in the comments below, and I will try to do my best to answer them for you. So I'm going to end the video here. Good night. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you tomorrow.